Some people win the lottery. These people won life itself by surviving stuff that should have instantly killed them. Let's get right into it. Number 1. The surfer who punched a shark while missing a leg. You're surfing. Waves are perfect. Life is good. Then a great white shark grabs your leg and drags you under. That's what happened to Bethany Hamilton, a 13-year-old surfer in Hawaii. The shark bit her entire arm off. 1 second she was paddling, the next, gone. But here's the part that doesn't make sense. She swam back to shore with one arm while losing massive amounts of blood. She didn't pass out, didn't panic, just moved, and somehow she survived. Not only that, she was back on a surfboard within a month. Most people can't bounce back from a stubbed toe. She bounced back from a shark attack. Number 2, the kid who survived a spear to the head. So you're a teenager, just goofing around by the pool with a friend. And somehow, don't ask how, a spear gun goes off. It fires a 3-foot metal spear directly into your head. That's exactly what happened to Yasser Lopez, 16 years old. The spear entered through his forehead and came out the back of his skull. And he was still conscious. Even crazier, it missed every major brain structure. Doctors were like, this shouldn't be possible. But he had surgery, recovered, and walked out of the hospital talking and smiling like he just passed a math test. The only side effect? A scar, and a pretty insane story to tell forever. Number 3, the woman who fell 33,000 feet without a parachute. Okay, quick question. What happens when you fall 33,000 feet from a plane with no parachute? Yeah, exactly. Except Vesna Vulović did just that. A bomb exploded inside the plane she was working on, mid-flight, sending her plummeting through the sky for over 6 miles. Everyone else on board? Gone. She landed on the side of a snowy mountain, still strapped into her seat, wedged between pieces of the fuselage. Her legs were crushed, skull fractured. But her heart? Still beating. Doctors think the cold air and angle of impact somehow slowed her down just enough. She was in a coma for days, then woke up and remembered nothing about the crash. Which is wild, because she now holds the world record for surviving the highest fall without a parachute. Basically, gravity tried. She said, try harder. Number 4, the man who survived 2 nuclear bombs. Most people don't even survive 1 nuclear blast. Tsutomu Yamaguchi survived 2. He was in Hiroshima when the first bomb hit, burned, blasted, barely alive. He crawled away from the rubble, bandaged himself up, and somehow made it home to Nagasaki. Yep. 3 days later, the second bomb dropped. He survived that too, and he lived into his 90s, which means he got nuked twice and still paid taxes, ate sushi, and probably told people back in my day with full credibility. Number 5, the baby who survived a 10-story fall. Most adults wouldn't survive a fall from the 2nd floor, but in 2010, a 15-month-old baby fell from a 10th floor window in Paris. That's over 100 feet. Concrete courtyard below. Except he didn't hit the concrete. He landed on a giant awning, bounced off it like a cartoon character, and landed in the arms of a passing doctor. Yes, a real doctor. The guy just happened to be walking by and caught the baby. No injuries, not even a scratch. The news literally called it a miracle bounce. That kid skipped physics and went straight to plot armor. Number 6, buried alive and dug himself out. So you're working a construction site. Normal day, maybe it's hot, maybe you skipped lunch. Then, boom, the trench collapses. You're now under 6 feet of dirt. No air, no light, no space. That's exactly what happened to Trent Arsenault. And somehow, his first instinct wasn't panic. It was strategy. He took tiny breaths to conserve oxygen, didn't scream, didn't move too much. Then, inch by inch, he started digging himself out. With his bare hands. It took hours, but he clawed his way to the surface like he was reborn. The rescue team was stunned. He beat them to it. Imagine showing up to save someone, and they've already saved themselves. Number 7. The guy who got sucked into a jet engine and walked away. Airports are boring, right? Baggage, boarding passes, overpriced sandwiches. Unless you're James Mangle, a ground crew worker in Texas who, one day, got sucked into the engine of a running jet. Not near it, not grazed by it, inside it. This is the kind of thing that normally ends in an obituary. But somehow, the engine shut down at the exact second he got pulled in. He bounced around the blades like a pinball, and then it just stopped. His coworkers thought he was gone. But then, out of the engine, he crawled out, alive. Minor injuries, no joke. That man looked death in the turbine and basically said, "Not today." Number 8, the guy who fell 47 stories and landed in a trash pile. Alcides Moreno was a window washer in New York City. One day, he stepped onto a scaffold on the 47th floor of a skyscraper, and it collapsed. He fell 47 stories straight down. That's over 500 feet. His brother, who was next to him, didn't make it. But Alcides landed in a pile of construction debris and insulation foam. He broke nearly every bone in his body, but survived. Doctors said it was physically impossible, but the weird combo of angle, debris, and dumb luck slowed him down just enough. Not only did he wake up, he eventually walked again. The man bounced off Earth like it owed him a refund. Number 9, the man who froze solid and lived. Imagine getting stuck in your car for 2 months. That's what happened to Peter Skyllberg, who got trapped in a snowstorm in Sweden. He was buried under snow, no food, no heat. Temps dropped to minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Rescue teams didn't find him until 61 days later. They thought they were recovering a body, but when they cracked open the icy car, he was still breathing. Barely, but alive. Doctors think his body went into a state like hibernation. Metabolism slowed to almost nothing. Like his system said, let's just pause until spring. He didn't just survive, he walked away. Number 10, the teen who fell 10,000 feet and lived. Imagine you're 17, flying over the Amazon rainforest. It's Christmas Eve, and you're strapped into your seat on a commercial flight. Then, boom! Lightning strikes. The plane literally rips apart midair. You don't scream. You don't even get a chance to think. You're just falling. Juliane Koepcke plummeted 10,000 feet, still buckled into her seat, straight into the jungle. No parachute, no logic, just gravity doing its thing. She wakes up in the rainforest with a concussion, a broken collarbone, one shoe, and nobody else around. Over the next 11 days, she crawls through the Amazon, drinking river water, dodging crocodiles, and pulling maggots out of her wounds with gasoline she found in an abandoned canoe. You know, normal teenager stuff. Then she literally walks into a logging camp like, "Hi, I fell from the sky." If that's not real-life Final Destination in reverse, I don't know what is. You survived this video, but would you survive any of these stories? If you had to pick one, which insane situation would you rather live through? Let's see who's the real final boss in the comments.